In part 3 of the 2024 Miami Hurricane Opponent Preview Series, I will preview the Ball State Cardinals, our opponent at Hard Rock Stadium on September 14th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ACC Network. Coach Mike New faces a critical junction in his coaching career in Muncie in the upcoming season. It'll be the 100th season of football at Ball State. Now, in spite of leading the Cardinals to the MAC title in 2020, his 37 and 56 record leaves much to be desired, especially with a recent 15 and 22 record over the last 3 years, since going 7 and 1 in 2020 and winning the Arizona Bowl. The challenges for New in the upcoming season are further compounded by significant turnover on both offense and defense. With key players departing, including leading rusher Marquez Cooper, New must ignite an offense that struggled last season. Quarterback Caden Somoza is expected to step up, supported by new additions like receiver Justin Bowick and a solid offensive line led by center Ethan Crow. They ended the season with a disappointing 4-8 record, which is a tough pill to swallow when considering when you had a 1,000-yard rusher in your backfield, like they did. Scoring an average of just 18.5 points per game, they were one of the lowest scoring teams in the MAC. For Ball State, the struggle to move the ball through the air was evident with their trio of quarterbacks. Each quarterback threw for around 500 yards, totaling just 1,639 passing yards for the season, with a combined 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Only one quarterback, redshirt freshman Caden Somoza, will be returning. The lack of a passing game also left the receivers in a tough spot. A potential change at quarterback could be in the cards with Marshall transfer Chase Harrison in the mix. While the running game was a bright spot in the 2023 season, the departure of Marquez Cooper leaves a significant gap in the offense. Redshirt junior Vaughn Pemberton, who had limited touches last year, will now step into the RB1 role. He averaging 6 yards per carry in his limited opportunities. Pemberton will now have a chance to shine behind a solid offensive line without Cooper's dominance. When you move over to the defensive side of the ball, only one starter returns, putting pressure on new defensive coordinator Jeff Knowles to fill the gap. A key player that's going to lead a crucial role in the defense that's going under major changes is linebacker Keontae Newsom. New's ability to navigate these challenges will determine the success of the Cardinals in the upcoming season. The defense mirrored the offense in terms of performance. Keontae Newsom, Cole Pierce, and Jordan Riley were standout players, with Newsom being the sole returnee among them for his senior year at linebacker. However, there will be many new faces contributing to the defense this season. It's worth mentioning the Cardinals' secondary struggled with interceptions. They only managed 5 last year. And Tyler Potts, who led the team with 2, has graduated and is gone. Now, when I look at my season prediction for the Ball State Cardinals, it's going to be 5-7 when I look at that schedule. Now, from McCain's perspective, this is a tricky game for us. We cannot overlook this team with a trip to Tampa the next week against USF, who I'll talk about in the next part of the series. It will need to be able to handle business against a Ball State team that was just god-awful last year, going 4-8, and has declined the last 3 years. This team, Miami, needs to take care of business. Can't overlook Ball State. Take care of business. Get the second and third stringers in the ball game, and get ready for a trip to Tampa against a very sneaky, dangerous USF team who I'll talk about in the next part of the series in Part 4.